Coming to you from sunny Southwest Florida, I'm Fractal Kev.
And I'm Jimmy James. Together we form Spider Man. Ha! I tricked you.
Good minds.
That's right. We are Fractal Minds, and we're talking about Spider Man Brand New Day because we saw it last night, Kevin.
We did. We got the Amazon. We took advantage of Prime Day. Being an Amazon Prime member, you could buy special tickets to see it a day earlier than everyone else.
Yeah,
It's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, yes. Everyone loves Amazon, right? Everyone's cool with Amazon, right?
Hey! Before anyone gets mad at us, that theater was sold out. They actually had to pause the movie. The very beginning, there was no trailers, which was interesting, and they actually had to pause it like 10 seconds in because not everyone was seated yet because Regal, well, I don't know for sure. They just seemed to not have their concession stuff taken care of properly because that shit was insane.
Okay, so for contest, 15 minutes before the start time, I arrived to the theater and there was a line out of the theater for the concession stand. So I'm thinking, and like, there was a full row of staffers there working behind the counter. Like, you could tell, like, going up, you could see that there's a full row of people. I'm just guessing that a sold out theater crowd did not get to the theater ahead of time to get the concessions. So like me, I show up 15 minutes before a movie. I ain't fucking showing up an hour before a movie to get my popcorn.
No.
But for a sold out crowd, I guess you got to in our city.
Seriously, I mean, I just don't know how, like, it's not, that process isn't streamlined yet. I just don't get it. You have popcorn pre-made. You can even, I don't know, pre-bag it, put it under a heat lamp, and as people come, just like dole it out. Like, I mean, I guess everyone has to have like extra butter or, you know, have whatever. It's, sorry, we're getting off topic of Spider-Man, but no, the theater itself,
look,
it was,
you're trying to make
a good point.
You come here to talk, you want us to talk about our concession issues. That's what everyone came here for this video for. So we got there. We didn't have any water or lemonade or popcorn or M&Ms during the movie. But like Kevin said, after they restarted the movie, after the movie started and it got to the opening scene and all of a sudden it stopped, and your worst fear when you go to a movie theater starts happening where the movie doesn't work and you're like, nothing's gonna, this isn't gonna work. But then the person goes, all right, because it's sold out and not everyone has their food yet, we're gonna give it 5 or 10 minutes. But so that happened, the movie restarted, everything's kosher, everything's good. So I didn't like the movie, Kev. I'm just gonna say it, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Brand new day, more like brand new
Avengers-esque putting together movie.
Nah, just kidding. I loved it. No, okay. So should we just say like our quick impressions real quick while we're at the top of it?
Sure. And then later on, we'll warn everybody about, I guess, when we're going to get into spoiler territory. So I guess we can, unless you just want to dive right into spoiler territory and just let everyone know.
No, yeah.
Okay.
No, this is safe right now. We're not in spoiler territory. We're going to try to avoid spoilers for this intro segment, and then there will be a break in the middle of the video. We'll make a clear distinction, spoiler talk area. And then, Kev, I think it would be fun if we put it on our Marvel tier list.
I think that's a great idea, James. Might as well. I mean, it's keep it going in real time. When we get to that, I don't know if I should be asking this when we get to it, but you've rewatched the Spider-Man movies leading up to this, and you have opinions that like may have changed where you would rank them. So I don't know if you want to update that as well when we get to it.
I would like to revisit those. There might be some adjusting of the tier list for the first time, folks. So this is very exciting for you and me, Kev.
Yay!
If it's exciting for you in the crowd, let us know in the comments, please. It'll keep us alive.
I'll edit in some clapping and applause.
I love it. I love it.
No.
Yeah, so my quick impressions, I will say, like Kevin brought up, I rewatched the Tom Holland era Spider-Man films, the home trilogy, as they say. And I would just say real quick that this is my favorite of the Tom Holland movies on first watch. Like my opinion of these movies do kind of adjust with a rewatch, but I'm pretty safe to say that Brand New Day is my favorite of the Tom Holland movies.
Okay. All right. That's saying a lot given like what we've experienced so far with Spider-Man. And especially given the fact that there was one movie where we saw all the trio of Spider-Man all together, facing a bunch of different big bads and
Yep.
Doc Ock and all that and Clayface and
Yep.
um so yeah, I mean that's saying a lot. So uh it would probably be between that one and this one. I think I'm kind of there with you. I thought they did a really good job with Brand New Day overall. I think the other one probably hit a lot of nostalgia. I think they wrote a lot of nostalgia on what I'm thinking of with
No Way
Andrew
Home.
Yeah, No Way Home.
Sure.
But overall, I think I could agree with you. I think this one's near the top, if not the top Spider-Man so far with Tom Holland in it. I have my gripes, but we'll get to those when we get to the spoilers.
Yeah, I think for me, like on the first watch of No Way Home, I was blown away that they did the thing of bringing back the villains, the heroes of the past Spider-Man films,
Mhm.
and nostalgia was like full on. Like this is amazing. They actually did the thing. They're making all the money, you know. And then on the rewatch, just a couple weeks ago or whatever, I started seeing the flaws. I started seeing the not so stellar writing, not so stellar direction, acting. I felt the weakness of the plot of bringing in villains that the audience, us, we know their history, but the characters who they are interacting with, they don't know anything, which is fine. Like I still like, part of me kind of likes that, but a part of me also is like, if I'm watching this movie without watching all the previous Spider-Man movies, they're acting like I have seen those movies, and you should know who these characters are. And I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me wrong on the rewatch, and then the introduction of the Spider-Mans too. It felt very forced. They did it in a fun way, but I just saw the cracks in the wall, and I think it just kind of lessened the whole movie for me.
Yep.
And I still hold true about Far From Home. And even like Homecoming had some weak parts. So yeah, I feel pretty confident. I mean, unless rewatching this, similar things happen. But I feel pretty confident that this is my new favorite of the Tom Holland era films. Do we want to start breaking down like a little bit of the plot and kind of keep it still non-spoilerly, Kevin?
We can try, but also I need to make a correction because I feel like I may have lost some people with what I said a few seconds ago, and I feel bad. I'm going to blame it on the fact they're coming out with a stupid show or movie based off of Clayface. I said Clayface. I meant Sandman. Clayface is DC. That's like sacrilegious, and I apologize to anyone I offended. So, and James, thank you for not calling me out. But I'm going to blame it on the fact that they have like a whole movie dedicated to Clayface for some reason coming out. But
Because the script's good, Kev.
yeah, I guess so. Sandman is what I meant. Um, but yeah, we can go into the plot a little bit. Uh, the movie, basically, if you recall from the last Spider-Man movie, Tom Holland did a reset of everyone's memory involving Spider-Man's identity because he was broadcast to the world who he was as Peter Parker. So there's a little bit of dealing with that. Like obviously you knew going into this movie, he's gonna have to be dealing with that kind of. I don't know if it's an identity crisis per se, but he's alone. He's now not sheltered. what would be the word for it? I'm
Um,
he shut off
like
from like
isolated.
society, isolated. There you go, perfect. So like he's so caught up in hiding his identity, he just doesn't. He just seems to be. He's just Spider-Man. And as Peter Parker, it even felt like he had no relationships with anybody as Peter
Right.
Parker. Um, so it was interesting to see that, and then like this inner. I think you get this from the trailer. You get like he start like the his DNA started to fight itself kind of thing because
Mm-hmm.
he's bottling in these emotions per se, or not so much emotions, but the isolation. It's getting to him. So he's starting to like break at the seams, and you kind of see that happening in the movie. He starts to lose himself a little bit. Um, but I think they did that pretty well. I think they played it pretty well.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
a
that's. I think you you go ahead and go from there because I'm trying not to get too spoily.
Yeah, no worries. And we're catching up 4 years after No Way Home,
Mhm.
so we're seeing a more grown up Spider-Man. He's like he should be like basically out of college, or I think he said he's like a grad student or something. Like, so he's pretty grown up, and he looks good. Tom Holland, like he is looking like an adult, like a really nice, good looking grown up Spider-Man, and Peter Parker. Like, I am so glad whatever they have done over there, Sony and Marvel, to have this good relationship with this actor, this whole team of actors. Zendaya and the actor who plays Nell is back, or Ned. Sorry, see, yeah, I
Yeah.
could screw up too, Kevin. It's okay. But we also have a couple familiar faces and a new face. We have the Punisher is here, and we have Bruce Banner's back. Mark Ruffalo playing the Hulk and slash Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
But and then we have Sadie Sink, who's playing a character that we'll talk about in the spoiler section, because Marvel and Sony did not want you to know who the character was beforehand, and you
Like
go
they did a
through.
good job of hiding it.
They did. It was. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say. The rumors might have been true. Okay. So yeah, so the returning cast was nice to see. I wasn't sure if they were going to cut them off and start with a whole new friend group for him, or if they were going to try to break the spell and bring them back. So it's cool that they brought them back, and they didn't know who he was at first. They were playing with that, the friendly neighbor and stuff like that. It's kind of cute. Um,
The juice. Oh, well, that's not really a spoiler, but the juicy pants. That was pretty funny. That whole scene.
that
Yeah.
was good. That was good. There were some really good moments in this.
Yeah.
I do like the DNA fighting with him. His arachnid DNA is fighting his human DNA. His body is rejecting the mechanical parts of his Spider-Man. So like his web shooters. This Spider-Man has been a mechanical web shooter. He has physical shooters on his wrists. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, he always was organic. He had the web shooters in his wrists physically. And
Yeah.
now because of this Spider-Man's DNA is turning more spider, then
Mhm.
now he has the ability to web shoot from his wrist and stuff. So pretty cool. And man, some of that stuff was like hard to look at, the fluid web shooter stuff.
There was like Cynthia my wife made a comment about what it looked like when he was going at it the first time when he couldn't control it.
Uh-huh.
It was a little suggestive.
Uh-huh.
I feel.
Bust out the KY.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very goopy.
Yeah. But I think that I like the direction they're going. Now the only thing I feel like I might be just forgetting when Spider-Man was introduced. I felt like he was kind of like some protege that Tony Stark found, and like he was helping him like with his suit and like improving his suit and all that stuff with his technology. But obviously Peter Parker's as like he's super smart, so I couldn't tell like when did he get bit by the spider? I don't know if we were ever actually like told that, but now we're seeing it. He obviously did. He has like the DNA going on.
Yeah, they kind of fast tracked a lot of things when they first introduced this Spider-Man 10 years ago now in Civil War. It's been crazy that we've had this same Spider-Man for 10 years. Like that's really cool. But yeah, they I think they barely even said what happened. It's kind of neat that they did that though, because we've seen the spider bite a million times. You could just know. Guess what?
Yeah,
he got bit by a radioactive spider. you know.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, they
I just
never.
wasn't because I don't know all the variants, so I wasn't sure if this was like a variant of Spider-Man where he's actually like you said, more robotic in nature. He just has the equipment to be Spider-Man. I
That's
just
fair.
wasn't sure if there was a variant that just didn't get bit by a spider.
I gotcha. Yeah. Good question, man. Like with all the stuff that they've been doing with variants and everything, like that's brings up a good question. But yeah, no, I mean this is cool, dude. Like I really enjoyed this movie. I like the dynamics with the Punisher too. I wasn't sure how much he was going to be in the movie, and the scene that we saw in the trailer that was near the start of the movie, and then they didn't show him for a while. So I'm like, did they really just advertise the Punisher for this little intro scene that we got? Like you're really gonna do this to us? But then they used him more, so I was thankful for that because their dynamic together is really good, and Zendaya's with the Punisher was really good as well.
Yeah. I feel like they had great chemistry on screen, and it did very well. I think it played pretty well. Seeing these new characters introduced to the Spider-Man characters, which I don't know if that's. I guess it's not really a spoiler that Zendaya, MJ, seeing Punisher and all that. Like, hopefully, we're not spoiling that, but
I don't consider that spoiler. Like we're just saying they're interacting together, like we're not saying all the details, but I do think we should probably wrap up our non-spoiler thoughts, and then we could be free reign in the spoilers. It's been 18 minutes, so you've all had plenty of time.
I'm ready. We're spoiling here soon.
Cool. All right. I do want to say one more thing. The director of the DOC, the Damage Over Control, whatever, I forget what it was called.
Damage Control.
Just Damage Control.
I think so.
Okay. That director, he's an awesome actor. I forget his full name, but he is one of the actors in Severance, the TV show on Apple.
Wow. Okay.
He's one of the best parts of that show too. For him to come in, that was really nice to see in Marvel. I don't know if we'll see him in the future, but I thought that was awesome to see him introduced into the MCU. Ramel Tillman, he is an awesome actor. I'd love to see him.
Yeah. He did pretty good. He was he did a good job. Like I said, I'm trying not to spoil, but I think I liked his character for who he was playing. But it's DODC, the head of so it's not going to tell me. It's just going to abbreviate DODC.
Right.
We're going to play this game then. Okay, fine. We're going to get answers for people. The Department of Damage Control.
Is it DDC then? Department of Damage Control.
Yeah, really. Really. Why would they have of is not usually included in the abbreviation? I think you're right. But yeah, the Department of Damage Control.
And what's the abbreviation?
DODC.
DODC.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's a specialized organization that cleans up after superhuman battles, secures dangerous alien technology, and polices enhanced individuals.
We've seen them brought in before, so I do like that Marvel is playing with having that entity be around in the MCU. I think it plays well, especially being in so many of these Marvel films. I remember the Department of Damage Control was in Homecoming. Homecoming had the whole the Vulture crew was.
I was about to say, okay, that's where. Okay,
Yep,
I remember that.
and they were all the Department of Damage Control was a part of the cleanup of the Avengers New York attack.
Mm.
So yeah,
Wow, that is a while a ways back, isn't it?
Yeah,
but that's cool. They're still around.
It's a nice universe that we're living in, Kevin. While we still have it, while we still have it before Doomsday. All right, I sorry. Anything else?
No, go ahead, because I think what I was about to say might have been a little spoiler so
Okay. Yep.
we can move on.
Yep. So we're gonna take a moment to talk to our sponsors, and when we come back, we will be in the spoiler territory. So hang on tight, because we'll be right back. Okay. All right. You ready to say it, Kev?
Am I ready to say it?
Are you ready to say who Sadie Sink has been playing this whole time?
All right, you've all been warned.
You've all been warned.
Storm. I can't believe they introduced her as Storm.
I can't believe she's not Storm. She was an X-Men. That's true. They did the thing.
Jean Grey. There, we said it. It's confirmed. I was not expecting that.
First person on the internet to say that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey in the MCU.
Because I know it was between Jean Grey. Well, actually, I don't know if I heard too much of the Jean Grey rumors, but I thought for sure I was like, nah, they can't be doing that. I thought it was going to be something with you're gonna hate me because I forget names all the time, but the redhead love interest of Peter Parker,
Mary Jane Watson.
Yeah, Mary Jane Watson. That's why I'm so hooked on MJ.
Right.
But that was the other theory, was that she was going to do that. Now that MJ forgot who he was going to end up finding a new love interest. But turned out it was Jean Grey. And
a part of me was kind of leaning towards that. Like, I kind of recognized the Jean Grey stuff, but then something was telling me, like, maybe, like, yes, both Jean Grey and Mary Jane Watson are redheads, and obviously Sadie Sink in the promotion of this, she's a redhead, so it could have gone either way. But a part of me was really thinking it was going to be Mary Jane Watson, because Zendaya plays MJ. She doesn't play Mary Jane Watson. She plays like Michelle something, you know? So okay, they erased the memories. Now they need a proper Mary Jane Watson, but they didn't do that. Now Sadie Sink is an X-Men, and we got X-Men in, well, she's not technically an X-Men right now, Kevin.
No, she's an experiment for the Department of Damage Control.
We're gonna get that tattooed on us.
DOTC.
yeah, that's real helpful.
But I was not I guess prepared for it, but it was a pleasant surprise, especially at the beginning. It was building, like, the opening scene was showing how Peter Parker, how we mentioned how he's kind of secluded in his own little world. He doesn't get, but he still checks in on MJ and Ned, and you actually see the progression. Like, you realize as you're watching, like, it summarizes like 4 years of his life, because it's their whole college experience at MIT, and they come out of it or something like that.
Yep.
But he did say, was he legitimate? I didn't see him ever, like, going to school. Never showed that. So I just didn't know if he was just doing it on the side and just saying he was a grad student.
Yeah, not 100% sure on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not that important, but I just, because obviously also when he talked to Bruce Banner later, he got the direction of the bathroom wrong and everything, but he could have been a grad student at a different school. But anyways, yeah, so at the beginning it shows the progression, and it goes through 4 years, and you see, like, Ned and MJ become, like, they have their own lives. And so you thought it was setting up for, like, oh, for sure, she's Mary Jane Watson. So that Sadie it was going to be a new love. Yeah. So this looked like it was going in that direction. So it was kind of setting it up. So it was nice to see the little rug pull. It didn't
Sure.
expect that, and you heard the crowd, like, because again,
Yeah.
full. It was a sold out theater, and you heard like the audible like when it was revealed by everybody. So that was kind of cool.
I will say the crowd experience was really good. It was a lively crowd when the moments were big, and they were quiet when they needed to be quiet. Like pretty much, if there wasn't a big MCU moment on the screen, they weren't saying anything. But when there was a big moment, there was cheers and claps and everything. It was a good crowd. It was a good crowd.
It got a few I got a few applauses throughout the movie. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I'd say that the crowd at large was, I think they were the most mad when they had to pause it at the beginning. But other than that,
Oh,
it was almost a riot, I feel like. But
the lady
um
screaming, "Restart the movie!" I don't know if you heard me, but like when they restarted it and it got to the Marvel thing, I was just like, "Restart the movie."
you were like, play the Doomsday trailer.
Okay. So something I heard before we went to see this was that they were going to start showing the Doomsday trailer from Comic-Con, the exclusive one that they showed the Hall H people. They're going to start showing that in front of Spider-Man. So I was really kind of hoping to see the trailer, and we only got one trailer. We got Jumanji, the new Jumanji film. That must be a Sony thing. Isn't that a Sony thing?
uh,
Must, yeah. Okay.
uh,
Okay. But
because the Marvel crowd totally isn't, hyped up for Doomsday. So why have we're there for Jumanji.
Sony doesn't have anything to do with Doomsday. They couldn't care less.
No, exactly. You make a
Yep.
good point.
Yep. So
Um,
yeah, but good crowd, good crowd. They were definitely cheering okay, so when they show Jean Grey, when they show who Sadie Sink is playing for the first time, it's a file name, and or like was it on the computer screen? It was definitely like an official document, and we see printed that her name is Jean Grey, and the crowd just went ballistic.
yeah, it was a nice little, like, just because she slipped up, and finally Spider-Man was able to look to see who she was, using the technology, the face recognition software, because she finally she accidentally exposed herself, I guess you could say, because she was able to project and take over people's minds, bodies, the whole thing. And so she was able to get to Peter Parker through other people without showing herself.
Mm-hmm.
So that tease we get in the trailers, like, there wasn't someone that actually remembered him after the Doctor Strange, like, made everyone forget. I think she found out who he was because of that handwritten letter he wrote, because she found his hideout, and then he had a handwritten letter because he was trying to try to break the news to MJ and Ned that, hey, I'm actually your best friend, and I made everyone forget who I was. And my name's Peter Parker, by the way. So when the bad guy finds it, they know who I am. So, and that's, I think, so, like, the tease of, like, everyone, I saw multiple people thinking it was the symbiotes that remembered who Peter. I thought it was. I was kind of, I mean, I guess it's good they didn't go that, because that would have been too easy, I guess, to have Venom just show up. So
So we'll get there in a second, Kev.
okay, sorry.
But I do think that could still happen. The
Yeah.
symbiotes remembering who Peter Parker was, because there is multi-universal stuff with the symbiotes, but that comes later. We'll talk about that when we talk about the post-credit sequence.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, I want to talk about it so bad. Okay, so what was I going to talk about? So with the betrayal of Jean Grey, I do want to talk about that for a minute. So I think Sadie Sink is going to be an awesome Jean Grey. I think she's a little young, but that just means that they're going with a very young X-Men cast, and I think that's a good direction. When the X-Men were first brought in as comic book characters, they were young kids. They were in the Xavier School of students, you know, like it's a school. It's meant to be young kids with mutant powers, not able to control them, but then because of Professor X, he's able to help these kids learn how to use their powers. So, it's cool that the MCU is doing that. They're going with a young X-Men cast. This is showing us that the mutant saga is going to be the big focus after the multiverse saga. A little surprised again that they have used a Spider-Man film to introduce characters or have them be a focus. I will say this one felt a better balance than the previous ones. This did feel more like a Spider-Man film than the previous ones. The previous ones I felt like were Peter Parker movies more than Spider-Man movies to some extent, you know?
Yeah.
This one felt like Spider-Man, maybe because of what we said earlier with whole of him turning into Spider. All of that to say, they introduced Sadie Sink, Jean Grey, and I'm really kind of curious to see what they do with these other X-Men. Like, how are they going to introduce them? Are we just going to get the what were they calling the X-Men movie? It wasn't the Kevin Feige announced that they were going to make a X-Men movie, but was it just called The Mutants? Maybe. But they have a lot of characters to introduce ahead of that, if that is the case. So I'm kind of curious if they're gonna maybe because Sadie Sink's character is the first one, maybe she'll be the lead of that movie. I mean, Jean Grey is pretty much one of the core pillars of the X-Men, so it wouldn't surprise me to see that. But it is just kind of curious that they've introduced one of those characters too.
Yeah. So I wonder if we're going to see more down the line, or so the so this is like the problem I think a lot of people have with like the MCU as a whole is if you miss a movie, you're going to miss some backstory of a character. If you didn't watch Spider-Man, you're going to miss some backstory on Jean Grey now. I mean, the way they do flashbacks though, I can see them also in the future X-Men movie do a flashback to show what happened to her sister real quick and give you a quick synopsis. So I guess they could kind of rectify that, but
that's a good point though. Like, this is essential viewing for her story. We get her whole backstory with her sister. Her sister was a telepath that got captured by the Department of Damage Control, and very, very good use of that VMAX term that was going around for a while. You know, we heard VMAX. I'm looking for VMAX, and there was a nice little reveal towards the end of that. A very sad one, but I like how they played that. Also, real quick, Florence Pugh was in this movie. Did not hear any rumors of that, so that was a really nice surprise. The new Black Widow. Very cool, very fun. I just love her character. She could say anything, and I just laugh. Like, not in like I can't believe this person's saying this, but just like her delivery is just so good. I love her as that character. So
I'm a fan of her Office.
Me too. Me too. Having Oppenheimer flashbacks over here.
I remember, not I remember, but it was funny when who was the lady that Tom or Peter Parker was communicating to all the time? She wasn't like FBI, was she? Like, or what?
She was
like his new handler?
No, she's like the chief of police, like
okay, so she's like, okay, she's the chief of police. Okay,
I think like she's definitely up there in the police world.
She seemed like part of the first responders, not part of a MCU shield or something like that. But
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny near the end where there was like, oh yeah, how did you like her Office? Oh, my skin feels great. I thought like that little thing. But,
yeah, she's a great actor too. Wasn't she in The Bear?
I think
she was one of the chefs in The Bear. We don't have to confirm that, but
okay, got it.
Really great actress playing that character. Yes.
Yeah. Bringing it a little bit earlier in the movie to two of the villains that were teased. I guess they they introduced Tombstone as Marvin. I just wanted to mention Marvin Jones III, also known as Crondon. I guess it must be his rapper name or something. It literally says rapper. It says rapper and artist. So he apparently got. I saw like a few clips of him. He played in like a TV show, the Black Lightning TV show for DC. He played as Tobias Well. He played a villain. I saw a few of his clips. He does have a pretty good presence. I saw people were hyped that he got a role in this movie, but it was so short lived. But I guess they're kind of introducing him. Maybe he'll be back. I don't know. But it does so. So one of the things I was looking at earlier that I was confused by. He's going to play Tombstone as the voice. He's gonna be the voice actor for Tombstone in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So you'll hear him again. So he got. So I'm glad to see he got launched from that TV show, like typical probably WB DC TV show or something like, and he's making it into the realm of the big movies now. So I'm happy to see him. I wish I got to see more of him as Tombstone because he does have a good. He seems to have a good presence. Like he has that imposing figure about him. That really deep voice and everything. And it was unfortunate that those two villains, Scorpion, I could care less about. I don't know. But he had more screen time than Tombstone. But
well, yeah. So in the beginning of the movie, we kind of get like a little montage of Spider-Man fighting different villains and different criminals and stuff. And one of them is Tombstone. One of them was Scorpion. Scorpion being the returning villain, I do like that they gave him a little bit of screen time. That was, again, another thing where they were hyping Scorpion's return, and then we just got like a little bit of screen time at the beginning. I'm like, really? Is that it? But yep. They did use him again. I did like the Tombstone introduction. I think definitely looked the part. I was wondering how much prosthetics was used on his face and stuff because... very menacing look from that character. They pulled it off very well. And very cool to hear that he will be a voice in the animated film too, because as of right now, there has not been a connection with these films and those. So I wonder if they're trying to blend those realities a little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
They have talked about Miles coming into the live action films.
Yeah, I saw that rumor.
So beyond the Spider-Verse, I could see a reality where at the end of that film, Miles is transported into the animated film to the live action. Like that could work. Maybe, I don't know. Like maybe they won't do that and just like leave those characters in the animated thing and then have a live action Miles Morales that is kind of just is like that character, but live action, of course.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see that. I am so ready for that. I am so ready for Gwen Stacy's Ghost Spider 2. A lot of the kids stuff has been the three of them. You got Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and Ghost Spidey, or Gwen Stacy Spidey. Her thing in outside of this stuff has been Ghost Spidey. So I really like that dynamic. I hope we get that in the future. Especially like her character in Spider-Verse is just so cool. So yeah, I would love to see
I gotta catch up on those again. I saw the first movie. I never got a chance to see the second movie, unfortunately. I know. I know.
We're stopping the video right now.
All right.
No, you don't even get to say anything. Bye. Oh my god. So those two films, if you were to talk about all of the feature film Spider-Man films, those two are really hard to beat for me, especially the previous live action Spideys. Last night when we got home from the movie and I was flipping through my social medias, I saw people ranking Spider-Man films, and there are people ranking the animated films along with the feature films. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that should count. And when I put those in consideration, those are the top ones, easy. Like they're just they do everything so well. They have the multiverse of Spider-Man in there, but they also give time to Miles Morales' character and his story, um, which I feel like are superior to all of the Tom Holland home era films.
Okay.
Definitely better than Andrew Garfield's films. We don't have to talk about those. And really just Tobey Maguire's, and like those are just so hard to judge because they were one of the first superhero films that we ever got live action.
Yeah.
And they're Sam Raimi, so of course they look amazing. But sorry, tangent.
No, that's all right.
All right. I think we probably should. This has been a long ramble of stuff, but I think we should kind of wrap it up. I do
Talk about the after. Well, whatever else we want to say, but then wrap up with the after credit scene and what the possibilities there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, I don't know what else to say though. I do think it's been awesome. I like the use of Hulk. Now that we're in territory, we can say that, and they kind of show that with previews and stuff that Hulk will be in the movie, and it was done in a good way. They brought in Bruce Banner to this movie because his DNA is also affected like Peter Parker's. His is gamma radiation, of course, so it's slightly different, but they use that in a good way of inhibitors. Peter Parker is trying to inhibit his powers, and Bruce Banner has been doing that to keep the Hulk at bay. But something goes wrong and the Hulk comes out to smash, and it was a really good Hulk sequence.
Yeah, it was. It played really well. That was another one of those moments that the crowd went and cheered for because I really we've seen like a tamer Hulk the last couple of times we've seen the Hulk, and because Bruce Banner's been trying his best to control it, and this time we got Raging Hulk, no Bruce Banner, just Hulk,
Right.
and then everyone was just cheering about it, and that was fun. And then Punisher, the scene where Punisher's being pulled by Spider-Man, he's just do. That was such a good scene.
That was good. That was good. There was a lot of good action shots like that, just like the camera taking its time and like slowing down and just watching this action happen. I do want to shout out the director real quick. I forget his name, but this is a different director than John Watts, who did the Home trilogy. This is the same director who did Shang-Chi and Wonder Man, the TV show. So I'm really actually need to go watch Wonder Man. I've heard really good things about it. And now after watching this with his direction, I do feel like I should give that show a shot because it is MCU. It is still Marvel.
Yeah. Destin Daniel Cretton. Cool. You're right. He did the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Yeah.
I'm very excited to see his contributions to MCU because I thought that movie was really good. This movie was really good.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they do with him in the future.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I hope he's made his mark with this and has like gained Marvel and Disney's like trust moving forward directing movies.
I feel like he could be like a James Gunn or Russo level. Like he really has a good sense of how to handle action shots and the whole the whole development of a film. Like it to me felt great. So yeah. Your thoughts, my man.
I was actually going to ask a question to you. I saw we have so much to talk about. I'm sorry.
I know.
But so real quick, I guess if you might be able to summarize. I saw when I was looking it up yesterday when I got home, now that I don't care about spoilers. The way how dark Jean Grey was in this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think they might end up going? I mean, from my experience seeing Jean Grey in the cartoons, I want to say the cartoons even, and in the movies, the X-Men movies, like she's always been kind of a firecracker, just like, and people are trying to like, hey, calm down, let's simmer down, you're losing control kind of thing. And you can see that again here. Do you think, I mean, maybe it's too early, but I saw people like, oh, I wonder if they're going to go the Dark Phoenix route. Like, how do you think they like made her too dark in this movie? Do you think because she was like really like didn't care for the general public's health, like she was just very destructive.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And that's when we first were watching it, I was a little turned off at first. I'm like, I really hope it's not Jean Grey because this person's dark. Like whoever is
Mhm.
doing all this stuff, like they are not like it felt very like not like apocalyptic, but like just very like this person is doing some damage. And
Mm.
so when it was revealed to be Jean Grey, I was a little disappointed just because I'm like, she again, it's the Wanda in Doctor Strange
Mhm.
problem where it's supposed like our hero, like we know she's a hero doing bad things, so it just feels
Yeah.
wrong and bad. So, um, like I said, I was a little disappointed at first. You're bringing up the Dark Phoenix stuff. Jean Grey has a history of causing some destruction, and so now after watching this, I do feel like they're setting up her to be in a Dark Phoenix mode, which
Mm.
I'm fine with because that is part of her character and it's a big part of her character. If you know anything about Jean Grey, the Phoenix is like in her like pretty much like right away. So they
Maybe
didn't
that's what Xavier School they maybe she goes that route, and then Xavier School's possibly like, hey, let's go get her before she's too destructive, and like show her the ways that there's people that care about her. I know we're just like hypothesizing right now, but
yeah.
it is interesting how they introduced Jean Grey in this setting, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, it looked like she was killing people. Like, they might have been doing the thing where I think like they were like shooting them in the leg instead of actually killing. But I mean,
Mm.
she was blowing up buildings and stuff. Like, it was causing a lot of destruction. And she's not the Phoenix right now. She is Jean
No,
Grey, so you
true,
can't really
true.
blame Phoenix for that unless there's like the dark little substance in her that's causing the actual destruction. But she was
Yeah,
pissed that they did something with her sister, so I get it. I get it.
yeah, yeah.
I
Spider-Man appealed to her. Aunt May appealed to her.
That was cool. They did the Thunderbolts thing where
Yeah.
the big fight at the end wasn't a physical fight, it was
Mhm.
emotional. And I
I didn't
like
even catch on with that. Yeah.
I saw a lot of parallels with a lot of different things. The whole DNA and the spell thing too. When Peter Parker was talking to Bruce Banner about what if we do this but only inhibit the bad ones, and
Mm.
the way that Bruce Banner was answering it was very much Doctor Strange with the spell thing.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
So there was a couple of
It
parallels.
could be catastrophic kind of thing. Like, don't mess with that.
Yeah,
Either
yeah.
inhibit it all, or don't inhibit it. Like, don't
Yep.
inhibit it all, or inhibit everything. Don't try to just do certain things.
Yeah, so I hope they don't go too early with the Phoenix with Jean Grey. I hope they give her some time to just be Jean Grey. The Phoenix stuff really should be a build up. Like you got to take your time with that to make it more impactful. And that's always been my issue with the MCU. Everything's been a little bit faster than I would like it to be. Like the Civil War stuff, we should have got that like in the future. We should not have even seen that yet. But unfortunately, with how contracts are and we limited time with these actors, we had to get it when we did. But all
Yeah.
right. Anything else before we rank it, my man? I like I said, I feel pretty confident that this is my favorite of the Tom Holland movies. It's pretty up there for me in MCU. Then I actually
I,
I would love to see it right away again. Honestly,
yeah. I mean, you gain a new perspective on the other Spider-Man movies after you watched it a second, third time. So,
yep.
that might give you a new perspective. Maybe you'll come back going and be like, maybe they could have done something different. But otherwise, I mean, I'm right there with you. I feel like it was one of the better Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. Like I said, otherwise, I think it's just fighting with the nostalgia of not Brand New Day, not Homecoming. The one with all the Spider-Man. I can't remember now.
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Jesus, I named the other two. But I mean, I can go over the box office projections when we go to the next segment. I can just kind of do a little blip.
Yeah, let's save it
So
for that.
I'm good. I'm good moving on. I think we both give it a thumbs up.
2 thumbs ups. That's 4 thumbs up for Fractal Minds. All right, cool. So Spider-Man, Brand New Day, post-credit sequence. Earlier in the film, we saw that Ned made a spider tracker app for your phone. And when the post-credit sequence starts, you see that app and you see that they're tracking Spider-Man. But then he starts going it zooms out to the earth and you still see the Spider-Man symbol, and then it's like moving far away from Earth and
beyond the moon, even
beyond the moon, like we're in space. And then it's just like I was just like freaking out, but it was like location unknown or something like that. Was that?
Yep, it was location unknown, but it had the Spider-Man signal off in space.
Yeah. So what they're setting up, I do need to also real quick put into context with you. I don't know if you remember the original release schedule for all this stuff, but Doomsday was supposed to come out before this movie.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I did not realize that. Okay.
The writer's strike that happened a couple years ago, and maybe even that an actor strike, that caused the delay of Doomsday and Secret War like a whole year. Remember?
I do remember that, yeah.
So we were supposed to get Doomsday, Spider-Man Brand New Day, then Secret Wars. So that's why there's no movie in between anymore.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because they're sending Spider-Man to space. He's going to Battle World, people. Now, if you don't know what that is, in the comic books for Secret Wars, they bring all of the heroes and villains to what's called Battle World. It's basically like in the first series, they like teleport the people. They're on Earth or wherever they are, and they'll just transport them directly to this Battle World, this whole new like area that's made up for these fights to happen. So I'm guessing at the end of Doomsday, Doctor Doom is going to cause either destruction and, well, so they're showing that the Earth is intact. So I'm guessing they're just going to transport the people. They're not going to like destroy the Earth and parts of it.
What happens during an incursion, right? So it's like all these different realities, the multiverses are kind of colliding, right? It's during an incursion.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's how they go with it. If it's the incursions that are bringing all the universes together. That's what it seems like that's happening in Doomsday. I'm curious how that culminates to then be Secret Wars, of how Battle World is formed. But it's very cool that they're basically confirming that Spider-Man is going to be in Secret Wars, as he should be. And to answer your Venom question, that's how Spider-Man gets the Venom symbiote in the original comic book line. So I really do hope that's what they're doing for him, because that would be awesome. The second of these new Spider-Man films is probably him dealing with the Venom suit.
Okay. I hope it's just not emo. Like, that was my only harp with
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, was the emo phase, but it is what it is. But I would be excited. I'm ready to see like Venom play in this MCU universe.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, definitely ready for it.
Yeah. Also, I saw your most like the writer strike and all that. Like you have good points there. I also saw, I guess Kevin Feige did come out saying that it's also the reason they're doing 2 back-to-back without there being any other movies is like all creative power in the MCU or with the Marvel and everything, all the creative writers, everything, it's dedicated to these 2 movies. I think they're trying to like win back fans, because I think people were fatigued with superhero movies. Sure. And they're trying to like go crazy with these 2 movies. And I was wanting a little, I know like, so they kept good secrets for this movie. So I guess, Jean Grey and all that was a really good kept secret. So I could see why they're being as vague as they are with Doomsday. They're not releasing too much. We got the one trailer. Even still have I guess you may have heard Victor Von Doom speak. Robert Downey Jr.'s Victor Von Doom. You might got I think that was him speaking at the beginning of the Doomsday trailer. Otherwise though, it's just like, I want to see what Robert Downey Jr. brings. Like, I want to see the bad. I just want to see this character and like be evil. I
Yeah,
just want to see. Ah.
they've hyped it for a long time, man. So I feel you. I feel you. But we'll get it soon. We'll get it
Yes, we will.
soon. All right. Well, now that we're done with the post credit talk, let's get back to our ranking of the film. So, of course, longtime viewers of Fractal Minds will remember when we did our epic 5-part MCU tier list ranking last year, right, Kevin? Yeah, it was right around Fantastic Four coming out.
It's around December. Yeah, around December. It was like
Yep.
our soft reboot.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, happy 1-year reboot anniversary, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Happy 1-year anniversary.
Yeah. So
All right.
this is the first movie of the MCU in 2026 and the first one since Fantastic Four. Isn't that crazy, Kev?
Yeah, that is nuts.
To recap, we have the bottom of the ranking of MCU films we call the Hulk / Peter Tingle tier. I think we started it because Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, was the first movie to be in this bottom tier. And then, of course, it's green, so it's the Hulk tier. And then Kevin famously reminded me that the MCU was calling Peter Parker's Spider Sense the Peter Tingle. And I blacked it out of my memory, and we famously clipped that out. Still enjoy that one. So definitely go watch that if you haven't seen that clip yet. So as you can see, Far From Home is our bottom of the Spider-Man films. And then it takes a while till we see the next one. Oh, it looks like Homecoming is in B. And then we have No Way Home is an S tier.
I think we were both in the nostalgia feels for that movie, I think. And maybe it shouldn't be that high just because of all the nostalgia around it.
It was towards the back of the S tier. I think after rewatching it, I would feel better about it maybe being in an A tier. It's hard to say if this one goes automatically in that S tier then. Oops, sorry. Like I said, on first watch, I do kind of like it more because it is just focused on this Spider-Man. The nostalgia stuff is cool, but I don't think it plays as well as this one.
Yeah, because like you mentioned before, there's a lot of other characters taking away from Tom Holland's Spider-Man's presence, because you had like Doctor Strange in that one. You had all the villains like the Doc Ock and Sandman. You had the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. Like, you had a huge cast for that Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So it didn't really. But I mean, it's because we're in the multiverse saga, so that's why that whole thing even happened. So they're just playing into the theme of this, the multiverse saga. But I agree with you. I mean, if we want to move it down,
move No Way Home down.
Yeah, I'm fine with it staying in A though. Like I still enjoyed it.
Are we liking it as a is it higher than Fantastic Four?
I think Fantastic Four. My big thing with Fantastic Four was Galactus. Like, that was. I like my big bads, and Galactus was amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. The actors and actresses they had playing as the Fantastic Four crew, like, it all played out pretty well.
Oopsies.
But I think
Here,
I think that Spider.
Sorry, I'll put it right there for now.
Okay.
So you're hyped on Fantastic Four still?
Yes, but I'm not sure if I am hyped over that Spider-Man movie though.
Oh,
that's what I was saying. Like, it didn't.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Okay,
sorry.
So No Way Home higher than Fantastic Four. I can see it. Let me get,
because they did hype up Galactus, and Galactus had a very short. Like, that was like it was the most of the movie was the I guess you had Silver Surfer as well. There just wasn't a lot of them fighting. It was more preparing for the big bad and this imposing Galactus. And, I feel like they did a good job in No Way Home with the villains they had and the fighting. They actually did have a lot of fighting scenes in that movie.
Just make it real official real quick, Kev. We are re-ranking Spider-Man No Way Home in the A tier above Fantastic Four.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Bringing you back up. I definitely like Fantastic Four. I think this is a good ranking. I think this A tier is really strong films. And I do like that we kind of are we're keeping the S tier exclusive. I think these are really strong films that deserve the top ranking. So I'm kind of glad. I agree with this. I think No Way Home should be brought down a tier.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Now, does that make this one S tier though?
That's the ultimate question, Kevin. I think
did we have an actual villain?
I don't care about that. I don't. I don't give a shit about that. Like, you don't need a villain. His inner being was the villain of the movie.
Not true.
Like,
and Jean Grey.
yeah, exactly. And like what they did with Jean Grey, I like that they twisted at the end that she wasn't a villain. She became a person that she needed to be rescued too. And then the director was the big bad, really. So
Yeah.
I personally love that. Like I don't need a big superhero fight at the end of the movies. Yes, they feel epic, but like I've said before in the previous tier videos, that they sometimes feel empty and hollow. This movie did not feel empty and hollow to me at all.
Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, I would argue they did not. Not that I'm trying to discourage it being above No Way Home, but I would also say they did play into the Hulk thing again. Like a lot of movies seem to play into the Hulk's losing his ability to control himself and go crazy.
It's funny how we got that recently with Captain America too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I kind of did that same, and he had just as much screen time. Well, no, the Red Hulk had.
Well, Harrison Ford had a lot of screen time, but Red Hulk did not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that was gonna play that down. Not to like, I'm not trying to compare the two. I'm just saying, as far as like plot devices, they did the same thing with the Hulk again.
yeah, man. I don't know, dude. Like I feel very strong about it. It could be in a temporary S tier. We could maybe put it towards the end, and when we recap Doomsday and revisit this tier list, we can reevaluate. But I would probably be okay putting it at the back of S tier, if not in front of Ragnarok.
I'm fine with being in front of Ragnarok.
Okay.
You can do that.
Wow.
I'll meet you in the middle.
Wow. Look at that. Wait, what do you mean in the middle? Do you want to go higher?
No. Oh, sorry. No, you're right. No. I just meant bringing No Way Home down and that one up.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm not going to go over the box office sales because I don't know how accurate it is. Because
that's fair.
Yeah, the wiki says it estimates 78 million, but you do a Google search like July 10th, it was said to have crossed 100 million in pre-sales. It seems like not accurate information, so it's just doing very well and might be surpassing No Way Home. As hyped up as No Way Home was.
That's insane because the hype of No Way Home is unreal. And if this were to surpass that, that would be very impressive.
Yeah.
I was seeing around 225 million in the opening box office weekend. This is Thursday of that. We saw a preview screening, so we saw it even a day before normal preview night is anyway. So we have no idea true box office numbers as of this recording, but it's going to be a fun one to keep an eye on. I geek out on the box office. I'm going to be definitely watching Dan Morrill is on YouTube. I really like his box office. Every week he'll do a box office rundown, and I'll be keeping an eye on Brand New Day's performance with his videos for sure.
Okay. And the budget was $225 million. It cost that much to make the movie too. So
holy cow, man.
Yeah.
They gotta be careful with these budgets, dude. That's insane.
I think a lot of that budget just comes from like sometimes these actors and actresses' salaries. Like after you, like I wonder if that like just an aside. I was thinking about that. Like, hey, you're Tom Holland. You're our Spider-Man now. Like that gives him so much negotiating power. Like, all right, well, if I'm going to be stuck playing Spider-Man for the next decade, let's show me the money. So,
I feel like even direction, I feel like he's had a voice in the direction of how his Peter Parker goes too. So
I meant to bring that up. I also saw a rumor that both Zendaya and Tom Holland didn't like the first iteration that they were going with Brand New Day, so they had a say in changing the direction of it, I guess.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
That was something I saw when I was, like I said, I was trying to prepare a little bit for today. But that was something I saw like when I Googled it. It was like one of the first things that actually I don't know if it was a Google thing. I think it might have just showed up on my feed on Facebook, which that can't always be trusted. But I mean, it doesn't sound like it's too much of a stretch to say something like that. I mean, it's good that they have some creative control.
They both are becoming powerhouses in Hollywood. I mean, they already are. I feel like Zendaya is in every big thing, and Tom is just Tom. Like
he was in Odyssey. I didn't know he was in.
They both were. Zendaya's in Odyssey as well. John Bernthal, he's in it too. Yeah. Like it's really funny. The three actors are in both those movies, and the Odyssey just has everyone too. Like. Yeah. So, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Well, welcome to S Tier, Brand New Day, Spider-Man. Congratulations.
Yeah. Can't wait to see where they take the character and, Doomsday. Looking forward to it. Well, S Tier, Deadpool, Wolverine. We'll see.
It's gonna be interesting to see. We could get a dethrone at the top spot. I mean, Doomsday, if Doomsday doesn't hit, that's gonna hurt for sure.
Yeah, I know that would be it's getting to that point of so hyped. Can they match which they've done a pretty good job, I feel like, of meeting the expectations of the crowd. But I don't know. My hype levels through the roof for that movie right now.
Same.
So, and Thanos has a special spot in my heart. Josh Brolin playing him and everything. So, it'll be interesting. I'm ready to see what Robert Downey Jr. brings as a bad guy.
Yeah. No, it's looking good so far. I can't wait to see that new trailer that they've shared to Comic-Con. I'm hoping it'll be on the internet soon. So,
yeah.
Well, keep an eye on the channel. We just started playing Halo Campaign Evolved. We got a video up on that. We've been still cranking out Absalom co-op runs. We got 2 wins on Azra, and we're going to be cleaning up the achievements on that. So keep an eye out for more fun videos with Absalom. Kev, you've been doing solo videos with ID at Xbox Games, right?
I have had a short stint, like one episode, one off with the game called Symptom. I can see it being a stream game. And now I'm playing Universe for Sale. I'm back and forth on it. One second, I'm like, not sure if this is going to be entertaining, but at the same time, it's intriguing of enough story that I want to keep playing regardless of how our many fans feel. So I might continue playing Universe for Sale, and I already have another idea Xbox game in my in the holster ready to go. So
oh wow,
I'm enjoying it. So I'm enjoying the little playthroughs of these games. So keep joining us for all of our content. If you have any suggestions, comment, like, subscribe, do all the cool things.
That's right. You know? That's right. I did watch the Universe for Sale video. It was good. It's a very interesting game. Very story driven. It seems like you've been picking a lot of the story driven kind of games.
Yeah, it was just like a bundle of games that was because Xbox has those sales, the Idea Xbox sales. So I went through what looked interesting to me, and we're getting they were. I also went by rankings too. I was trying not to get incomplete games that had bugs and stuff because people will bash it in the reviews, and I look out for that too. Um, I did run into some, but not in the episode that's out for Universe for Sale. I'm at the.
Mm,
It's going to be some work to clip out the bugs that happened in the second episode of that game. So, but
man,
anyways, sorry, that's a little tangent.
eh,
Um,
it's okay. It's unfortunate to
yeah,
hear, though. It's a bummer.
yeah. So I'm trying to do right by the people watching to play something entertaining.
Good, man. I think you've been doing a great job. So keep an eye out for that. Keep supporting the channel. Share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. Share it with anyone that you talk with in your day.
Yep. Was it like bad publicity is also good publicity or something like that? So go ahead.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah, we've been Fractal Minds. I'm Drummond J108.
I'm Practical Kev.
And together we're Fractal Minds. Make sure you stay up to date with us. We'll see you next time on Dragon
Dragon
Balls.
Z.